This week on the Digital Coffee, WhatsApp and Facebook have had a rethink about ads on the platform. Yay! It's just got a lot easier to upload videos to IGTV, but where are people going to watch them? And filters are so over on Instagram. All that and more after this. Good morning, and welcome to the Digital Coffee. This is your weekly dose of digital marketing and social media news for small business. My name is Amanda Webb. We have a question of the week, which is, do you use filters on Instagram? And Mel is saying that she rarely uses filters. I looked really rough this morning and I needed to record a video. You know, that's when I do it as well. When I need to say something really quickly, it's not that I might look rough. I may not have got a chance to put makeup on properly yet. That's when I use that fake makeup filter. You know, that one on Instagram stories. Big fan of that. Last week, we talked about TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok again. Last week, TikTok changed their feed to make it more advertiser friendly, or they created a silo in their feed that would be more friendly to advertisers. This week, they have launched self-serve ads. What does that mean? What are self-serve ads? Well, that's like the ads that all of us, anyone can create on Facebook, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on LinkedIn. These are the places we are already using self-serve ads. And TikTok launched its platform this week. This is the site that you go to. I will leave a link underneath once this show is finished. And you can just apply. I have applied. It tells me it takes, I think it said 5 working days to get back to me to tell me, have I been successful in my pledge for TikTok advertising? And people who have got in have made some comments already. First up, they say it's not as robust as Facebook advertising, which doesn't surprise me. There's not as many targeting options or demographics and stuff along those lines. We have to remember this is brand new. This is early days. If you looked back at the Facebook platform in its early days, it was very limited as well. They're also saying the sort of ads that people are seeing working are ones that feature TikTok influencers or famous faces. And I think when you go think about TikTok and its demographic, these are famous faces for those specific people. This isn't a place, I think, for you to advertise unless, yet at least, or even be yet at least, unless you are targeting that younger audience. The first thing about TikTok advertising is that having those influencers will make an impact on your ads. The second recommendation from people who've been able to use this platform is get involved in the hashtag challenges. So if you are a TikTok user, you'll see that hashtag challenges are a big thing on TikTok. So if you can get involved in that, you feel like you are part of the network as well, and your ad is just pushing your brand out to more people. And the third recommendation was to make it look native, make it look like it's part of TikTok. So it's vertical video. It's not something shiny like an Instagram-y. It's very TikTok-y. Make sure it fits in. Because where it's not going to work is when someone runs an ad that just doesn't fit the platform. Some kid is scrolling through their TikTok feed and here it is. It's just going to be, there's an ad. That's the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my life. So if you do apply for TikTok advertising, think about those things. Let's talk about IGTV. The IGTV button has gone. The what now? This is the problem. I didn't notice it was gone. I had to read about it in an article. People were not using the IGTV button. If you've no idea what I'm talking about, when you go into Instagram, on the top right hand side of the screen, when you're in the feed, there was a little picture of a television with like a lightning strike through it. You would click that and it would bring you to IGTV, which is a platform that Instagram launched about 18 months ago now. I was talking to someone yesterday, they said 18 months ago. And it's like YouTube for Instagram. They've made some updates over it. Initially, it was just vertical videos. Now you can add horizontal videos. You could also create a series so people could binge on your content like Netflix. And the way I would always access it was through that button. But it's gone. It's gone. And the reason it's gone, according to Instagram, is people just weren't clicking it. People weren't clicking it. And I think this is smart, really, to get rid of it, because we don't want Instagram turning into Facebook where there's all these different little bits and pieces to go to. So it's gone, but we can still use IGTV. Firstly, let's talk about where we can watch IGTV. Well, according to Instagram, most people watch IGTV by clicking through a post in the feed. So when you post the IGTV, you had this option to post a clip of it to your Instagram feed. And that's how people are arriving there. They were also going through the Explore tab and finding IGTV videos there. They were also 1% of Instagram users had downloaded the IGTV app. And that's where they were accessing it. So that's 3 places you can still access it. If there's a particular creator whose content you like, you can go to their profiles and you can access via there. So the content is still accessible. They've just got rid of the button. The next problem, though, is how can we upload to IGTV? Well, they've actually made this better and easier. When you go and upload to the feed in Instagram, you now can upload a video up to 10 minutes long. And when you get to the stage of posting it, it gives you the option, as you can see, is it a short video for the feed or is it a long video for IGTV? Makes it that simple. Of course, if you're using Business Manager and Creator Studio, you can upload and schedule your IGTVs through there. You've always been able to upload from the web, and I actually find that easier because there's a lot of typing. There's a lot of creating involved in IGTV, so through the web works better. One feature it looks like they're adding, I'm not sure if it's there already because I don't use IGTV very often, is when you upload, you can now crop your thumbnail image for the feed as well as having it in full on IGTV, which means the square that you see in the feed will be able to match the rest of your style on Instagram. And I think one reason people didn't like having their clips in the feed was it would wreck their grid. And you can also choose the section of your video that shows in the feed. I think it was automatically chosen before, which will lead people into watching more of your video. So some nice updates. Is this the way we're going to watch IGTV? Does it mean that Instagram has given up on their idea that they're going to be the next YouTube? And in fact, it's just going to be something else instead. Why did Instagram get rid of likes on posts? Why? Now, I think this is pretty universal now. We've had it in Ireland for a while. They were slowly rolling it out to regions across the world. I think America's got it. Pretty much when America's got it, everyone's got it now, right? And this is the fact that you can no longer see on your mobile in the feed how many likes other people's posts have got. You can still get that data for yourself, but it's something that you can't see for other people. And when this was initially rolled out, people wondered why. Influencers were going mad because obviously one way that they could show they were influential was by the amount of likes they got on a post. It was kind of a shortcut to people discovering them. People thought they didn't want influencers making money on Instagram, and that's why they were doing it. Some people thought it was about making money. Not quite sure how that works. A lot of us thought it was about mental health because Instagram had pledged to be more responsible about young people's mental health on the platform and had launched a lot of initiatives. Well, this week we found out. We found out why there are no likes on Instagram posts anymore, because Adam Mosseri, and I hope I'm saying his name right because he's obviously watching. Adam Mosseri, who's the head of Instagram, talked about it for the first time. He's the head of Instagram now, but he used to be head of newsfeed on Facebook. I think this is important. the algorithm, that was all his doing, and people hated that. So this guy is used to controversy. He's used to not being the most popular guy in the room and maybe implementing things that are better for the users, better for business. I don't know, but he's used to that. And he says, and this is really cool for any geeks out there, any geeks, I'm a geek. He says he got the idea from Charlie Brooker's show, Black Mirror. Black Mirror is kind of a dystopian science fiction TV series. They're all like little mini plays based on horrific things that technology could introduce into our lives. And I think it was episode 1 of series 2 revolved around a woman and social currency. So basically, if she went into a coffee shop and bought something and was nice and sweet to the server, that server would rate her. And the more nice rankings you got, the higher your social standing would become. And as the episode progresses, she actually loses some of her social standing and things start going wrong for her. And apparently it was this episode that inspired him to get rid of likes. He said that he was concerned about the unanticipated consequences of Instagram as an approval arbiter. So people, and we know this is true, right? People feel that they're a good person when they get likes. It gives us a little buzz and a little happiness. People will also compare themselves to other people, more famous people, other people that they know that are getting more likes and feeling their self-worth isn't as good because of that. So apparently that was the thought behind it. I love the name of the project. The name of the project was called, and is called, it's still running, we'll talk about that in a second, Project Daisy. And I don't know why I like that, but I do like it. Now, it's not over. They're still experimenting. And a couple of ideas they're experimenting with is that maybe a post that's got tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands likes, they will show us the number of likes on that, but not on posts with a lower amount of likes. So is there going to be a threshold? Are they going to allow some influencers to show their likes? It's still all evolving, but fascinating to know that that's where it came from. Facebook has changed its mind about something, and it's because of users. Who knew that that could happen? Facebook has decided that it's not going to run ads on WhatsApp after all. You may remember that 2 weeks ago, I think it was, we talked about the fact that they announced they were going to run ads. They showed you what they might look like, and users went mad. They were not happy. And in some bizarre way, Facebook has taken notice of that. The reason, let's just go back to the reason why users may not be happy. When WhatsApp started, so if you were a hardcore WhatsApp user, they promised, we are never going to run ads on this platform. And then, of course, they were bought by Facebook and booted out, and now Facebook needs to make money, so it wants to run ads on the platform. But users really don't want this. And I think it is, even though we know it's owned by Facebook, it's our little space. It's our little space where we chat with our friends, and we don't want this private space bombarded with advertising. So I think that's behind it. And as I said, bizarre, because Facebook has listened, and they haven't just gone, all right, we're not going to do that right now. According to the New York Times, they have actually disbanded their whole advertising wing for WhatsApp. So it's gone. It's gone. I won't say for good. I know they're going to revisit this. We all know they're going to revisit it. But I also think they're probably going to look at other ways they may monetize WhatsApp. I'm introducing a new section to the show this week. I need to make a trailer. And this is called Digital Marketing Superhero of the Week. And in the future, I'd like it to feature some of you, some of the people who've used, some of the people who are in the Digital Marketing Superheroes group over on Facebook. You can come and join that. Let me know if you're not a member. I would love to feature you. This week, though, I am featuring someone not small, but big. I am featuring a guy called... She has to look it up. He may be big, but I don't remember his name. Martin Craster. Martin Craster is getting my Digital Marketing Superhero of the Week award. Martin Craster posted to Twitter this week a tweet. He is in charge of, I think, product design at Twitter, and he posted asking people on Twitter what they would like to see in the Explore feed. This is his tweet. Do you use Twitter Explore? If so, let's talk. Why do you currently use the For You tab? What would you like to see or expect to see in your For You tab? Do you use any other tabs within Explorer? If so, which others and why? And why I'm really impressed by this is because so often social networks just go off on their own tangent. They think they know what's best for us, and maybe in some cases they do. But it's nice to be asked, right? And I think Twitter has been particularly bad at this. They just kind of like lumbered along creating features and not chatting to us about it. And this guy is. And I read a lot of the comments on this tweet, and the first surprise for me is not one person in the comments that I read at least said, we want a Twitter edit button, which happens every time that the CEO, Jack Dorsey, tweets. Nobody said that. People were coming up and sharing their experiences and what they prefer, including one person, after my own heart, that said there's too much sport in the Explore feed. Like, yeah, I'm not interested. Show me something else. It's wonderful to see a big company doing this, but as a small company, and the reason I made him my digital marketing superhero is he tackled it like a small company. We can do this. It costs us nothing to go and ask our audience, ask our ideal customers what they want from us. So I don't think Twitter's the best place for us as businesses to do that, because you'll just get input from everyone and their aunt and people that just don't fit our target market, and it would just become overwhelming. I think the best place for this is for you to find places that your ideal customers hang out, or your customers hang out. If you've created a group within Facebook, that could be a good place to test ideas. The chat sticker on Instagram is a good place where you can set up a group chat with people who are willing to contribute to your ideas. And what's the benefit to you? The people who participate in this will feel like they are part of your product or service that you're developing. So when they make those changes to the Explore feed, anyone who commented and their suggestions were taken on board is going to be delighted and start talking about it. When people feel that they're part of your business, they feel more like sharing and talking and referring you. So congratulations again to Martin CrasterLots. And I do think it would be nice to see a better Explore feed on Twitter. Do you use filters on Instagram? Well, apparently filters are over on Instagram. Well, according to a study that Social Media Today reported on, people don't like filters. I think we knew this. When we were talking about trends for 2020, I think we knew that this whole natural look was going to be bigger. We were talking about people going out in nature and people being more present. So yes, like Mel said at the beginning of this show, and like I would use a filter occasionally when maybe I haven't done my makeup properly yet. Just to take the, nobody wants to see that. Like, it's better once I've got the filter or the makeup on. Trust me, it's true. But in general, filters, and we remember last week we talked about heavy filters being banned on Instagram. So it's like people are going along with the Instagram trend, or Instagram is going along with the people trend. According to this study, if you use filters on Instagram, it will decrease the number of likes that you get. It's also perceived by others as ingenuine behavior, because it reflects the intent to only present the ideal depiction of self. So basically, it's considered, if you use filters, you're vain. I find this study really interesting, and it's a trend we need to think about as business owners, about not always being perfect. So if I was being perfect, I would have gone to the hairdresser and got my makeup done before I do this session every week. And goodness knows I don't want to do that. So I think we need to think a little bit more about that. I think you should be as good as you can be, but not perfect. And I think that's going to reflect across all business. And it's something you should definitely think about if your perfection is holding you back. I also want to do a trailer for Superpower of the Week. I must do one. And I've got a cool superpower for you this week. I think you're going to like it. I stole this from Anne Handley's Total Anarchy newsletter, by the way, which you should totally subscribe to. It comes out once every 2 weeks and it's just so entertaining to read, even if you're not into copywriting. Canned Emails is a website that you can go to, and it has a list of the sorts of emails that you may have to occasionally create and may just be hassle in your life that make you go, oh, I don't want to do that. And you can go in here. As you can see on the left, it will actually send an email for you. If you can click on it, it'll open up your email provider. I use a web-based email provider, so that doesn't work for me. So I just went into the plain text version, and you can choose whichever email type it is that you need to write. So I tried this and I chose schedule a phone call. And this is what I got. It's the same for everyone, by the way. It's not like an automated system. They've actually read these. Subject matter: call this week? ? Let's get on a short call to talk about. Insert what you want to talk about. What's your availability like this week? ? Thanks, I'm looking forward to our discussion. Now, simple emails, just a couple of lines long, because people don't need big long emails clogging up their inboxes, and something that can just take the pain out of creating those standard emails. I like it. I think I'll use it. Do let me know what you think. And thank you so much for all your comments. Thank you for joining me this week. That's the end of this week's show. I will be back. Same bat time, same bat week. No, same bat time, same bat place next week. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.